Hi everyone, this is Revolution Ricky here in my house and in my office at Casa de Revolution, here to do a collection video. Over the past week I acquired some stuff and I'm here to show it off. But before I do, if you would please hit like, subscribe to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Anyway, acquired some stuff over the week that I'm very happy with. Yesterday, me and my wife went to the library book sale that they have annually where they raise funds for the library and people donate stuff, they discard stuff and sell it for a very, very cheap price. I found more than a few books that I really liked. And I'm going to go ahead and show it off. And I found one vinyl record. I'm going to show that off first. But without further ado, let's get on with it. This vinyl record actually is the only thing I saw worth getting. I came home, put it in a plastic sleeve, and my mother, who passed away in 2013, really liked this group. She used to love this movie with Kiefer Sutherland and the guy who, oh God, he's on the tip of my tongue. It's the movie Flashback. Dennis Hopper. Excuse me, Dennis Hopper. I couldn't remember his name there for a minute. Really loved the movie Flashback. And there's a scene in the movie where Dennis Hopper's character is walking very funny to to go on the train and go to wherever he's going to go. But anyway, there's a song playing on the road again by Canned Heat. Although this is not that single, but it is Canned Heat, and it's going up the country. Pull the record out and let you see it. This was the sleeve it came in. I bought it for like very cheap price, and as you can see, the vinyl, it looks in fantastic condition a little bit. I'd say it's very good. My mother loved this group. She loved that movie. And I remember her always wanting a CD of Canned Heat, and I ended up buying her one year. She kind of looked at me funny, and then I had to play the song, and then she picked up on it and remembered what it was. But anyway, she loved this group, and unfortunately, she passed away in 2013 to cancer. And I really, really miss her. So when I saw this, even though it's not that song from the movie, but it is a song that was played at Woodstock. If you ever watched the Woodstock movie, this song, Going Up the Country, is being played. And I really liked it. I rented the Woodstock movie every July 4th. Because why not? Everybody has their war movies and stuff like that. I rented Woodstock and watched a bunch of mud being slung and Jimi Hendrix playing the Star Spangled Banner, Janis Joplin, all those great groups of the 60s, and the blues rock field. You just couldn't go wrong with that movie, and I really loved the first Woodstock movie. The second one, it was okay. The third one was just, everybody rioted on that one. I never went to any of them, and of course, Woodstock 69 was before me. I wasn't born until 1970, so anyway, I've always appreciated what my mom appreciated, especially she loved this group, Canned Heat. And that's the only single they had. They had a bunch of records there, but it was mostly classic rock like Beethoven and Mozart, and I didn't really pick those up. Anyway, I did pick up a CD this week. Well, this is not from the CD I bought, the box set of Jerry Lee Lewis, but it is to one of my favorite musicians. I used to listen to this guy a lot. Still do from time to time. Still love him. He's one of those pioneers of rock and roll and rockabilly and country. I'm talking about the Man in Black, Johnny Cash, and his greatest number one singles. This is a 19-track compilation. It has "I Walk the Line," "Ballad of a Teenage Queen," "Daddy Sang Bass," "Ghost Riders in the Sky," "Folsom Prison Blues Live," "Ring of Fire." Really loved the Man in Black, Johnny Cash, and his songs really. I still don't know what music genre he is. I guess he's outlaw country or hardcore country. Or stone cold country, whatever floats your boat. But I really like him. He was part of that big five that I always call the Sun record pioneers, like Elvis Presley, Carl Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis, Johnny Cash, and Roy Orbison. I call those people the big five. And I've got a couple of Sun Records singles. They're original pressings in there that I really like. So I play them from time to time. And I think I had another single of "Walk the Line" or "Cry Cry Cry." I can't remember, but it's around here somewhere. I really don't know. I think I got like maybe 9 or 10 Sun record singles by different artists. One like Carl Perkins, and the other two are Roy Orbison, and the originals pressings are Jerry Lee Lewis and Johnny Cash. And those are the only ones that are original. Wish I had the Elvis ones, but anyway, I always did like the Man in Black. And speaking of the Man in Black, I'm gonna move a few things. When I went to the book sale, they do sell movies there, and they sell DVDs, they sell VHS, they sell video cassettes, they sell cassettes, and I was always looking. I wanted to get a copy of a new copy because the old copies got scratched up and I don't know where they're at. So I figured, well, I'm going to buy one more copy and that's it. And it's from the movie Walk the Line. I'm not a real big fan of Reese Witherspoon to a certain extent. I did watch her in the movie Fear, and that was about it. My wife likes Legally Blonde, but this is one of her better movies, I believe. And Joaquin Phoenix, excuse me, tongue twister, live TV, cut me a break. Joaquin Phoenix, who later on went to play the Joker, really knocked it out of the park with Walk the Line, him and Reese Witherspoon. And it's got a great cast in here. It's got Robert Patrick, who played in Terminator 2, played in Fire in the Sky. He played in the Elvis miniseries as Elvis's dad. And then he played Johnny Cash's dad. It's got, oh boy, a couple of others. I don't really remember. But it does have Cheryl Lynn, the country singer, who is a native, who went to the same high school that I went to, Theodore High School. And she really knocked it out of the park playing Johnny Cash's mom, and is a very talented country singer in her own right. And really, when I first saw this movie in 2005, I believe it came out 2005 or 2003. I'm not real 100%, or 2004. Sorry, I don't really remember. I was basically watching superhero movies, and those were the only movies I would watch. But once in a while, I would watch something else, and this was one of the movies that I loved to watch, especially a biopic of this, because I'm trying to get into this. I'm calling them the Sun Records movie collection. Um, you have Great Balls of Fire, of course, which I got on video. Uh, and then you have this one. Then you have the Elvis movie, the one that came out a few years ago. I'm hoping one of them, a couple will be released as part of, Carl Perkins has a movie. Hopefully he'll get a biopic. Roy Orbison, hopefully he'll get a biopic someday. I'm hoping I'll be around to see him, because I really love that kind of music, especially rockabilly, that I've been getting into as of late. But later, today's rockabilly is more like lifestyle instead of music, and I really like the music instead of the lifestyle. So I always did love this movie, and it's a great movie, and has a great cast. You can't go wrong with it. I mean, some of the stuff was tweaked here and there, for whatever, but I've always liked this one, especially when I saw Shelby Lynn's name on the marquee, and it's just a plain old disc. I guess this is what you call the original pressing, because there was a later pressing of it, and I really like this one better. I think Walk the Line is a great movie. Anyway, enough about this one, but anyway, props to Joaquin Phoenix, Reese Witherspoon, Robert Patrick, and Shelby Lynn. Shelby Lynn did a great job playing Johnny Cash's mom, and only got two things to say to Shelby Lynn. Well, maybe three, but one's a pronoun. Well, I don't know. But anyway, I got only 3 words to say to Shelby Lynn if she ever watches these. Go Bobcats. I'll pick it up later. Live TV cutting break. But to coincide with that, did find an Elvis movie on DVD, and it was the inspiration for Motley Crue's album in 1987. Anyway, Girls, Girls, Girls. And this movie is in great shape too. Been trying to collect more or less Elvis movies as I went along, and I checked it out. It's got a few, could use some cleaning up, but basically it looks okay. And it has all the hit songs like, oh boy, let me close this a bit. Let's see, A Boy Like Me, A Girl Like You, I Don't Want to Be Tied, and Return to Sender. I have not seen this movie yet. I'm going in spoiler free, but I think it has, let's see, it's got Stella Stevens and of course Elvis, and who else has got? I guess that's about it. But I picked that up, and with me being a wrestling fan, this guy is from my native of Chicago. I picked this up for $1. All the movies they had were $1, and they're relatively cheap. They're used, but I was telling my nephew, because my nephew went with his girlfriend, and I found this movie. I mean, well, DVD set of CM Punk, Best in the World. Um, love CM Punk. Uh, he's wrestled for many wrestling organizations like WWE, Ring of Honor, um, AEW. I think he was in Ohio Valley for a time, and TNA. He was in that, and he's all been a great wrestler. His fan base is very loyal, even when he's being booed out of the building. They still love him, and his wife is a great fangirl. She loves comic books, and he loves GI Joe and a few other things, and did conventions, did stuff like that, did anything and everything. But the discs on here are good, in good shape. So I'm going to sit back later on and watch these and see what his earlier matches are like. Well, it wouldn't have been a book sale if I didn't pick up some books. So I'm just going to randomly, I'm going to switch this up a little bit. Talk about rockabilly a little bit. Let's see if I can find it first. Because I'm going to switch these up and then do them this way. Okay, all right. I did pick up, went there to see if I could find this one book. I was checked one book out earlier, but I was about to read it, and then we had to take it back, so I just said the heck with it. But I did find a book on this, and that's okay, because he was with Sun Records, and that Big Five I just said. Got the Carl Perkins autobiography with a foreword by Slim Jim Phantom of the Stray Cats. He was the king of rockabilly, King of Rockabilly, of course, by Jeff Apter. I don't know who Jeff Apter is. I think he wrote a few books. Stuff like this. So I'm going to be reading this because I want to get a Sun Records book collection going too, and I wanted to read that Sam Phillips, but I had to take it back. So I picked this up. Picked up this one. Wanted to get this one for a while, because I think I checked it out and then I did not take it. I ended up taking it back, and this could be the book I took back. I don't know. Running with the Devil. It's a, I guess it's a biography. The backstage pass to the wild times, loud rock, and down and dirty truth behind the making of Van Halen during the Roth years. Don't know it. We'll probably read it later. And of course, Eddie is no longer with us. So I'm going to read this and hopefully do a review, do a Van Halen retrospect. And of course I've got a few go ahead and switch this up a little bit. I'll just let it fall. Like I said, live TV, cut me a break. Okay. Picked up this one. Of course, Brian Jones biography, The Making of the Rolling Stones by Paul Trinick. Can't pronounce the name. Yeah, he was looking forward to reading this because I do love the Rolling Stones. I have the Rolling Stones in mono, and I got a few vinyls of the Rolling Stones out in my living room where I keep all my records. So I picked that one up, and it was $1.02, or $2. I can't remember. I think they upped the prices on their books. And of course, I found this one by Leslie Ann Jones. I think I remember seeing an interview with her. And this book, they discarded it, for the book sale. Mercury, An Intimate Biography of Freddie Mercury by Leslie Ann Jones. I think I've seen Leslie Ann Jones in the Freddie Mercury story, Who Wants to Live Forever. She was given an interview with them, and they did a little bit of a biopic. It was way before Bohemian Rhapsody came out, and she gave an interview about Freddie Mercury, about him, and all the stuff he went through. And of course, it's got so much pictures in it. I really love Queen and Freddie Mercury, and of course, also love the Beatles. This is the Beatles. All These Years, Tune In by Mark Lewinson. Can't really pronounce the name. A good book. I guess it deals with I'm not real sure. Like I said, most of the books I got were rock bios. Of course, a few of them were not. I think I got, well, no, maybe one of them wasn't. But I'll show that in a minute. But I'm going to give this a read. And, of course, The Beatles from A to Z by Peter Asher. It was $2. I think the majority of these people do the Fest for Beatles fans, where you can buy their books, and I really like that. Of course, I'm looking forward to reading all these when I get a chance, if I'm not watching movies. And of course, last but not least, by Brad Ricka, Superboys. This is the only superhero type stuff I picked up. And yesterday was Free Comic Book Day. I did not go to it. But I love Superman. I still love Superman to this very day. It's got The Amazing Adventures of Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, creators of Superman. And, they really, how they created Superman. I've already known the backstory for years. Joe Shuster is a great artist, and Jerry Siegel was a great writer. They just didn't work on Superman. They had Superboy, and now the rights to Superman are being, with cooperation. Anytime you read a comic book now, goes from the Jerry Siegel, from the Siegel family. They get their names out there, and it's great to see that they're finally getting the recognition. And they sold Superman to DC Comics for only like $130, and it wasn't until the 70s, when the Superman the movie came out, that they finally got their due with a pension. And it's great that I was able to pick this up, because I thought it was just like a storybook or a graphic novel, but no, it's a full-on novel. So I'm looking forward to reading this. And of course, looking forward to reading everything else I got here in my collection. But anyway, well, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to get off here and maybe go watch these movies and read a few of these books. Anyway, this is Revolution Ricky signing off. Keep spinning that vinyl. And the CDs. And I shall see you all again in the next video. Peace.